What is up, everybody? Welcome back, and we are back with another episode of the Jets franchise, coming off of our first win where we watched the win happen. It was a tough battle, 17-14, and we get it done with some weird stuff at the end. Not sure what happened there, but if you missed it, make sure you go back and check that video out. Let's get into things here. We are going to start things off in week 5. One thing that we are trying right now to see moving forward is a growth in the chemistry between our quarterback and our number one wide receiver, Garrett Wilson. It's been documented a couple of times and mentioned a few times in the last few videos that Wilson just hasn't really performed a whole lot. He hasn't been getting a lot of the looks, whether that's, not getting open, not having enough time to finish the routes, pressure on fields, whatever the case is, they have not clicked. And if either of these guys are going to be successful with this franchise, we got to find a way that they can thrive together. So we're going to be focusing on that moving forward. I also feel like we might have to, part of me feels like we don't have enough weapons, man. I tried to make a trade, for Kayshon Boutte, but in reality, he's a number 3 at best. He's a number 3 at best. Gibson, we tried. Nothing really came from him. He's just not ready yet. Corley has never caught on, and quite frankly, I really don't care what happens with Corley. The only one that I really want to see flourish a little bit is Arian Smith, but we're going to be working on him for a while yet. And I feel like maybe we need to make a splash. Maybe we need to make a trade. I mentioned last episode, there's a few players that I can do without. We can make work without. Maybe we need to take one of those players or two and try to find ourselves a new receiver, a good receiver, not just a 74 overall, but try to go after a good player. So maybe that's what we have to do as well here. Maybe we should take a look at the trade market again and see who's out there for receivers. Well, I've been scouring through the teams, and there's nothing out here. There's nothing out here that would be, beneficial to us outside of adding maybe another 75, which honestly I'm not against. If we can find another guy. There was a guy that's been on the practice or on the trade block for a while, and it's Jalen McMillan. He's another young guy. He's 4th on the depth chart now, thanks to Egbuka in Tampa. Also, Trey Palmer, one of these two guys, we could bring either one of them on, and they may be able to help us, or somebody else in that range. It doesn't have to be some 80-something overall, but we need to do something because it's just not looking good right now. We don't have any targets for Fields to throw to, and I sort of feel like part of that is why he may be struggling. If we can add pieces and at least eliminate that as a reason that things are going wrong, maybe then we can make a better decision. Or maybe we get another target and all of a sudden things turn around and now it makes more sense and now things are working. So I'm going to keep looking around and I'll see if I can find somebody to bring in and if we can make a deal. So after having a few weeks to think about it, Ed Oliver actually started to come around to the idea of playing for the Jets, and he took the initial offer that we asked of him last time, and he accepted, which is awesome. And the reason that I was in the middle of doing this is because I was trying to sort of facilitate what kind of trading I wanted to get done. Asante Samuel, I definitely want to bring him back, and this sort of has gone hand in hand with me trying to find a receiver. But I think what I want to do is a good idea. He has high interest in us. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bump this to 9.2, and I think he'll take it. He does. Okay, see, now things are starting to come around. There's still players that don't really want to play for us. There's some guys that do want to play for us. Simpson is somebody that I'm considering getting rid of. And this guy, he did not have a lot of interest. I don't want to spend more than this on him, to be very honest. It doesn't make any sense. I'm going to give him one more 0.1 million more on his bonus and see what that does. Okay, and now he takes it. So so now players are starting to come around a little bit. Maybe they just needed to see that we're not a complete failure in every facet. Yeah. So we're going to offer these same contracts to these guys, Kenneth Murray, and he takes it too. So it must have been the couple of wins that we got. I tried to negotiate after we were losing a few games, probably didn't look too good. Now that they see that we're not a complete dumpster fire, they're willing to negotiate a little bit with us. But that does leave a player that I still think we should try to move. And the reason that I came to this screen in the first place is if I can try to find somebody to replace John Simpson on the trade market, I'm thinking of trading him and trying to get a receiver like Jalen McMillan. They also do need a left guard, so that would make sense with the Bucks. And we might even be able to get something back because, yeah, he's 20. He's not 25 like McMillan is, but he's not 32 either. He's 28 years old. He's an 82 overall. So there might be something in there that we can do to get something back in return from the Buccaneers on top of McMillan. So I'm looking at that. I'm also looking at Noddy. Now that we have Ed Oliver under contract, there's not really a point in us having Noddy around. If I can, get rid of him in a trade, that would be ideal. And yeah, and then we ended up not getting anywhere with Cisco, and he's still not really wanting to play for us. So I'm trying to think about how I can maximize these players for potential or for compensation while also not giving up our team, right? So like if I can trade him and maybe use Noddy to get another safety that's relatively close to him, but then get some draft capital for him, and then use Simpson in the trade to get McMillan, and then find another trade somewhere, maybe giving up a draft pick to get a different guard in here that can just fill the gap for Simpson. I think that might be the best play we have. And if I can move all those pieces around, we might have ourselves an actual decent play, some decent play to see, and some help for Justin Fields, because that's really what this is about. So I made the first trade of a bunch of them. So Hicks here is on the trading block for the Chiefs. They have a different strong safety. For some reason, they have two really young strong safeties. And this man is the odd man out. They needed a D tackle very badly. I plan to move for a receiver, so I'm fine with getting rid of Corley. And we gave up a 5th-round pick in 2028 to bring in Hicks, who is a 23-year-old hard-hitting safety. So my plan here is to stick him at strong safety and then find somebody, whether that's Adams or somebody different, to be our free safety moving forward until we get to the offseason. So I'm happy with this first trade. And now the other portion of the trade. We are moving on from Simpson, the left guard who does not want to sign with us. And in return, we are going to get Jalen McMillan and a 7th-round pick this year. I thought it was fair. We're giving them a top 10 guard in the league. Like, I know that it's not, anything crazy at 82 overall, but that's what he is. And in return, we're getting their 4th receiver and a 7th-round pick, a guy that's sort of being overshadowed now by their new 1st-round pick. And, they have a stacked receiving room. I think it's a win-win, and we get ourselves another decent target for Justin Fields moving forward, at least with what the market is providing us right now for available options. And we get some draft capital, so I'm happy with it. One of the final pieces is I was able to trade Andre Cisco to the Bills for a 4th-round pick, which is big because now I feel like we can use that extra capital this year to either find another guard or maybe just reshape the safeties altogether. I'm still not very high on Tony Adams, but I'm going to show you guys what sort of the team looks like now after the few trades that we made. So as of now, I brought Stromberg off the practice squad and put him at right guard or left guard for now. McMillan is our number 3. However, I am putting Garrett Wilson in the slot, which means that if he's going to be in the slot, we're going to have McMillan and Booty on the outsides. And I want to make sure we're using his abilities to the best of our chances, right? Because his abilities for the superstar stuff is all slot related. And now that just means down the line, we're probably going to have to find somebody that can be the main outside wide receiver. But for now, this is what we're going to have to work with, right? And I'm okay with it. I think it's going to be a good thing. It's better than what we had. And then looking at our defense, starter is still the same. I brought up Redmond from the practice squad as well. And Hicks, who is week to week right now, so he was a little banged up. That's fine. I moved Tony Adams to free safety. I'm not sure if he's going to be the guy that we roll with or not yet. But that is where we're at right now on defense. I am happy with it. The one other caveat here is Sherwood. This guy needs to play lights out this season, or there's no way I can keep him as our Mike. I've even been contemplating finding somebody different already, but there hasn't been somebody that I would want to replace him with at this time. I don't know if he'll be able to stay in the loop with everybody else once we get rolling here. But we have a decent squad now, and I feel like we got a little bit more help for Justin Fields. And now to shore back up the offensive line, we are taking that 4th-round pick that we just got and a 7th-round pick, and we're trading it for Juice Scruggs, who was just sitting at 3rd on the depth chart. for the Buccaneers on the opposite side. And yeah, I mean, he's 25 years old. He's not a very young, but for an offensive lineman, that is rather young. He's 75 overall. Is he John Simpson? No, he's not. But he gives us a few more years to develop him, and it helps us shore up a spot. So yes, we had to give up a fourth for him, but the way I'm seeing it is I'm sort of just moving pieces around, right? Like I took from the safety to get him and to get the pick, and it's all sort of working together where we'll end up coming out in about the same spot as we did draft capital-wise, but with much better outlook on the players that we have included with all of that. So I'm super happy with how all these trades went down today. We're fresh off of making quite a few moves to change up some of the depth, some of the pieces moving forward on this team, and now we got a chance to see if we can find some type of rhythm. Still looking for Fields to get a groove going with Garrett Wilson, and of course we still want to see Breece Hall pick things up where we expect him to be, so let's see how this thing turns out. Alrighty, starting things off on offense today. Let's see what this unit can do. Hand off to Hall right up the middle. A nice run, and we'll get 6 yards on the opening play. That's what I like to see. See Breece Hall get into space. Offensive line open up some holes for him. And yes, I am wearing different clothes. I had to come back and record this on a different day, so you're not crazy. As Hall takes it off the right side, no gain on the play. 3rd and 4 now for us. We're going to go empty set, or not empty set, shotgun here. 2 bunches, and Hall in the backfield. And Fields looking, finding a player over the middle. It's Booty for the catch, and we get ourselves the first down out to the 45. You know, the trades we made, I know, seem sometimes a little drastic, right? I don't usually do too many trades in the first season, but man, this team just needs something. You know, we need something, and we weren't getting it from what we had. So I'm hoping with the new pieces we have, it'll help us flourish in the future. Maybe not right this second. As Taylor makes the catch over the middle, a gain of 5. But I just feel like we needed some type of change, right? And I think it's a good change. So I'm excited to see how some of these guys play. Hand off to Hall again up the middle, and he is shut down. Only gets a couple of yards. And we're in another 3rd and medium sort of situation, a little 3rd and short. We're playing really far off over there. No! Oh, God, I thought those would be picked. Okay, well, first one, a little nice start, but it fizzled out. And on the field comes Dak Prescott, now 32. Been around for quite a while. Still looking for something with Dallas, and we're hoping that they don't find it today. 1st and 10, handoff. Williams tries to bounce it left side. We are there for the coverage, and Jermaine Johnson brings him down for a loss of 1. I've liked what I've seen out of our defensive units with our defensive ends, McDonald and Johnson. I feel like they've done pretty well so far. Granted, we know that the sliders are still a work in progress, but we're still seeing some good things. So hopefully it stays that way once we start getting everything set to where I want it to be. Lamb up top, match up with Sauce, and he's going to go underneath the tight end, and it is completed for a gain of about 5 yards. 3rd and 6. Empty set for Dak. He's got time. He finds somebody over the middle. It's CeeDee Lamb, and Lamb is off to the races and dragged down at the 5. What a shot, man. You know, when you have time like that, you got 5, it was probably like 4 or 5 seconds in the NFL, and you don't get some pass rush going, somebody is bound to get open, and CeeDee Lamb, being an absolute stud, does just that. And now a little press coverage on the outside with him. He's one-on-one with Sauce again, but they're going to run it up the middle, and it is shut down. Javonte Williams, the former Bronco, gets it down to the 3 for a gain of 2. And now we're going to the heavy set here. 3 tight ends all to the left side. Oh, it's a fake. Play action, but we don't fall for it. Jermaine Johnson with the sack, pushing them back to the 12. Hell of a play. Hell of a play, and now we have a chance here to at least hold them to 3 after that huge play they had on us with CeeDee Lamb, but he is matched up with somebody in the slot. We gotta watch out for that. Dak hit as he throws, finds a receiver, but he'll only get to the 8s, and we will force that field goal. Defense recovers nicely. Here we go, back out, and we are starting off with an empty set. Interesting. Fields looking and throws it right to the Dallas defender. Maurice Lufau, however the hell you say his name. Oh my God. I mean, I would like to see Gibson make a play on that ball, but I mean, not the best placement either. And now the Cowboys, after having a huge drive, getting points on the board, get themselves an interception and are now inside of red zone territory already. Prescott rolling out, fires it to the end zone. He's got a man. It is Dontavian Wicks, the former Packer, who was traded to Dallas just a couple of weeks ago, getting them down to the 1-yard line. Williams in the I formation. You got to think they're going to go to Williams. He's a power back. And no, it's another play action. Prescott finding Williams then in the flats, and it's a Dallas touchdown. And just like that, in about a minute's worth of game time, the Cowboys go from a 0-0 game to up by 10. And now we got to figure something out. Alrighty, third time's a charm. I don't know. Braylon Allen in the backfield. We're going to start it off on the ground, and Allen gets laid out. Dang, man. If he breaks that tackle, that might have been a big run. Sort of need him to make those plays, though. We need him to break those tackles and make the defense pay. Fields, quick snap. Quick pass. It's Booty. And Booty's got himself the first down. There we go. Nice little hitch route. Turns it into a lot more than that. Gets us a fresh set of downs. I'll take that all day. About 3 minutes left in the first, and that was just a horrible play design. I don't know who we want to blame, and now Garrett Wilson's hurt. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. But that was just a horrible play design. I hate the draws so much in this game. They've never been able to make them work. Short pass to Booty on the underneath route, but there's a flag, and we're getting a freebie. We are getting a freebie. Micah Parsons comes in and puts a hit on Justin Fields, and now he has given us 15 yards and a free first down. Let's see if we can capitalize on it, though. Handoff to Hall. Would have liked to see him go right there. I don't know why he keeps going towards the pressure. I don't know if you saw that little opening that seemed to be to the right. I mean, I'm not saying it was a wide open lane, but it probably would have at least gotten us a few yards. Fields, good pocket. You can't ask for a better pocket than that. That was a clean pocket for Fields, and he just missed the mark. He even had a little bit of a soft spot there to hit the receiver and just couldn't do it. Now he's going deep. He just threw that into triple coverage. He looked real confident throwing it too. 3 guys down there. Almost a fourth. Man, we are not a good team. We might be simming the rest of this season. I swear to God. Handoff. Williams had to jump over his own player, which holds him up a little bit, enough for us to get a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. Play action. Quick pass, and Prescott off the mark. Right over the top of the head of his receiver. Samuel in coverage. All right, defense, we need you to get a stop here. 3rd and 11. Prescott going over the middle, and he missed them again. Thank God Dak is not that guy. 2 back-to-back interceptions for Fields. We got to do something here, Fields. Come on, man. And he finds our newest target, Jalen McMillan, for a gain of 7. I like McMillan. I do. I feel like he just got like the short end of the stick in Tampa, and there's Booty. Gets it out to the 36. I mean, one of these guys could pop off and end up being a good playmaker for us. Still no sign of Garrett Wilson. Pistol look. They're sending heat. Fields doesn't even realize it. How do you... You got to be able to sense that, man. I saw that immediately, and Fields just did not care. So now after the quarter break, it's 2nd and 16. Fields is looking rough again. Come on, man. Do something. That's not what I was talking about! What is wrong with this guy? This guy, I think, has more completions to the Cowboys than he does to our players at this point. That might be a slight over-exaggeration, but honestly, it's not that far off. Another short field for Dallas. Hand off to Williams. Williams gets outside, and one man to beat. He does it, but luckily Gardner able to bring him down in the open field. What a big run from Javonte Williams. First and 10 from the 10. Oh, there we go. Quinnen Williams gets back there, doesn't fall for the play action. And we finally get ourselves some type of positive momentum on defense. I'm just happy to see that the defense is still fighting, man. You know how it goes. Offense can't get things moving. Defense starts giving up, and it's game over. Pass to Wicks, and there's a flag down. And now we gave up. We gave up one. First and goal from the 3. I set for Williams. Play action, fires it to Williams, and he's in for his second receiving touchdown. Dallas is capitalizing on every mistake we're making at this point. It is 17-0. Okay, sort of a little nervous for this drive. We have not performed well whatsoever today, so I'm a little nervous. First and 10. And there goes Hall. Look at that. Nice open lane right up the gut. And he'll get a huge run to the 44. We haven't done a lot of running today. It'd be nice to see more of a consistent factor in that game, of course, if it's working. High formation for Allen. Play action. Fields got to get rid of it or run, and that's what he does. Oh, nobody. Apparently sliding doesn't count you as down anymore? Okay. That was weird. Second and 1. 2:55 to go in the first half. Fields right away is trying to run, and he had to. Smart decision, slides down, gets us the first down. I thought it was a little early at first, but then I saw that defensive tackle sort of break free, and it was a good thing he got out of there. Rollout, gets rid of it to Taylor, and Taylor breaks free, but he can't stay on his feet. And it's going to be the 2-minute warning. Still nothing on the board for us, but we have an opportunity here. Okay, we're at the 42. We're in somewhat of scoring territory. We just need like 5 more yards to at least give ourselves a chance at a field goal. McMillan in motion. Oh, he's going deep. Oh, he doesn't go to him. I'm surprised. I thought he was going to go to him, and now there's a flag down. What's the flag?
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense.
I didn't even think he got hit. I'm going to have to tune that too, man. Roughing the passer is getting out of hand. That was not like that before this last update. And there we go. Finds Taylor and close to the first. We're going to go hurry up here.
4 yards. Complete to Jeremy Rucker. 10 yards on the pickup.
All in motion. Throw it, throw it, throw it. Dude. We can't even set up a screen. It's not that hard. Hand off to Hall. He gets a big clearing. Ends it. Touchdown. Holy shit. That was a big run. Right up the middle. The lane cleared, and Hall used his speed. Finally, we're seeing something out of Breece Hall. He had 3 defenders on him, and he found his way through all of them. Hell of a way to close out the half. I'm really hoping that this drive does not make the video, because that would mean that the Cowboys didn't do anything before the half. And that's how they open it up. Okay. They can run screens. That was almost like a slap in the face to us, man. Let's see. They used their first time out. Another sack. Dude, these sacks are ridiculous, but it's only on our side. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried so many things to balance it, and I can't balance it. I don't know. Yeah, he got that first. God damn it. I don't know why they didn't call their timeout. There is no way that second sat there for 3 seconds, dude. Are you kidding me? What a joke, man. That was the longest second I've ever seen tick, ever. That thing sat on 1 second for a minute, dude. And yeah, they make it. Of course they do. What a joke. Start of the 4th quarter here. Empty set for Dallas. As Prescott trying to get away from pressure. He does, and it is completed to George Pickens. Very good coverage. Just could not force the incompletion. And now it is 1st and 10 from the 35. Hand off again. Vaughn finds a nice little crease, and he'll get himself 9. 2nd and 1. Got to be careful for a shot play here. No, they'll just hand it off. And that is their shot play all the way down to the 10. Huge run again as the Cowboys move into scoring position. Play action. Prescott looking in the flats, and he somehow breaks. Touchdown. I don't know. All right, so 10 minutes to go. We're now down by. Okay, wow. Hey, we completed it, and it's McMillan. There we go. So they went for 2, they didn't get it, right? So that's why you see 26 instead of 27. But I mean, it's all semantics. We're still down by 19 points for crying out loud. And there's a quick pass. Booty with the catch. Gain of 7. Yeah, still no sign of Garrett Wilson.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard.
Fields, quick drop back. He's going to take off with it. And not able to get much. Brought down after just a couple. 3rd and 1. And we're bringing in Braylon Allen here. Let's see if we're going to go with a short yardage play. Maybe a run up the middle. It's a sneak. And we get the 1st down. First time I've seen that. At least us call it. I don't see us call it very often. And it works. 1st and 10. Brees Hall going to go in motion? Yep. This play gets called a lot. And trying to find Booty, and there was just too good a coverage. Too good a coverage. 2nd and 10. Same formation. It's going to be, yep, same motion. Oh my God. Dude, we've tried to run that screen, and we can't do it. We cannot run that screen. We are just putting ourselves in such a crappy position. Come on, Fields. You should have ran with it. He had space to run. Jesus Lord. Now we have to go for it because it's 7.5 to go. We're down by 19 points. But if we don't get this, I mean, Jesus. Throw the ball. Throw the ball. Why are you going so deep? Why? I think this team is chalked for the season. I don't think we should watch the rest of these games, man. I'm going to leave it up to you guys after this game. But that's my thoughts. I don't think this team is worthy of watching right now. This is not fun for me. There's no way it can be fun for you. Unless you like seeing me angry, then I guess it could be fun for you. But this is just pitiful. Fields makes almost every wrong decision. Almost every wrong decision. Like if you give him a scenario, right, and you say, here's 3 options. One of them's good, one of them is passable, the other one is absolutely dog shit. That dude is picking dog shit every time. Yeah, this game's done. Pack it up. Boo Bird's coming in. Yeah, so we ended up scoring a garbage time touchdown. It was Xavier Gibson. Fields threw a couple more passes to Booty, and Brees Hall had like 1 or 2 more nice runs. But other than that, this game was pitiful to watch. I don't know if I want to watch any more this season, to be honest, guys. Like, I feel like I know what we got in some players, you know? But right now, at least after this game, that is just horrible. So after the game, I had this receiver breakout part 2. Not really sure what it is, but let's find out. Again, Xavier Gibson. Got a talent. I think he's got a bright future. Let's keep him involved and see how far he can take it. Oh, he earned a bunch of XP. 4,500. That's pretty good. Oh, that was all. Okay. We have 1 new injury. How much you want to bet that's Garrett Wilson? It is 8 to 12 weeks. Well, he is now on IR. Damn, dude. That's really rough. That's rough. Garrett Wilson on IR for 8 to 12. Yeah, I feel like, guys, I just feel like we should just sim this whole thing, man. I feel like we should just sim the whole rest of this season. We're in week 5 right now. I'll go through and I'll get all the scouting and stuff done. We'll spend like a whole episode on like preparing for the off season and discussing different things, right? Like going through the motions of just deep dive scouting. You know, I don't know. Is that something you guys want to see for the rest of the season? Like, do you guys really want to continue watching this? Like, this team is just bad. It's bad. I mean, look at these stats. Let's look at the stats from this game, okay? Justin Fields had a 36.1 QBR, 128 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. The touchdown, by the way, garbage time, okay? He only took 2 sacks, so it's not like he's completely under duress all the time. That's what's bothering me. He's not even under duress that much to be playing this shitty. 54% completion, while Prescott went for 79%, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. We finally saw something out of Breece Hall, but without a consistent pass game, we're not going to get a consistent run game. That's just how it is. This is not 2011 anymore, where Adrian Peterson can run for 1,800 yards no matter who his bust of a quarterback is for the Vikings. That's not how the world works anymore. So we need something different. I was hoping after that one game that we saw where Fields actually looked competent, that he was going to turn it around and we were going to get something better out of him. And I'm not saying he is completely just out of the picture, because he's under contract. There's nothing I can do about that, right? Like, he's here, but he needs competition. And I hope to God that competition is better than him, because he is awful. I mean, it was sort of a running joke, right? Oh, Justin Fields, Jets quarterback. Hey, that's going to turn out bad. It was a running joke because of how bad Fields' career has been so far and how bad the Jets have been so far. Sorry if you're offended and you're a Jets fan, but that's just the truth. But no, this guy's just horrible. What are we even at? He's got 9 interceptions through 5 games. What? We gave the Cowboys their first win. They were defeated until playing us. They looked like they were undefeated playing us. We barely beat the Dolphins. We did scrape out a win against the Bucs, which I'm very surprised by. But again, that's the sim. Anything goes in the sim. I'm just thinking about, like, we have so many games left of this season. I don't think I want to watch them. Sorry, I got some in my eye. It was pissing me off. Anyway. Probably still there. Okay. Let's watch a weekly recap, and we'll see what the rest of the league's doing. Yeah, show us that again. The nail in the coffin from the Cowboys. Broncos and Eagles. Eagles are 4-0, huh? Broncos are 3-1. Handoff to, who's that, Harvey? I think so. Looks like RJ Harvey. I can't see. Oh, no, it's Dobbins, isn't it? Okay, well, either way, Broncos win it. And now it's the Texans and Ravens. The Ravens 4-0, the Texans 3-1. Really? Oh, they had a rain game, and Stroud sends a dart to Tank Dell with a big-time catch, and the Texans win over the Ravens to move them down to 4-1, 27-17. So Wilson gone. We're gonna have to find somebody to replace him. I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Do I let, like, let's think about this. Okay, let's look at the roster. We've got some guys now that we are trying to build up. Booty, McMillan, Gibson, Rice, Smith. Do I not bring anybody else on and just let us suck for the rest of the season, put all these young guys in and see what they can develop into by the end of the year? Or do we try to go out and pick somebody up in free agency or something to fill that void? That's the question. And if that is the case, is there anything even available in free agency that I would be interested in? Some guys get updated pictures, it looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, so they finally updated half of the pictures. That's nice of them. I sort of wish they would have stuck to the white t-shirt, because now, like, I don't know. Sort of weird that I'm going to have a guy named Ashawn Robinson in a Panthers uniform and he's not on the Panthers. Am I the only one who thinks that? I could be. I could be the only one who thinks that. I mean, look at the options out here. Odell Beckham, no. Kevontae Turpin, no point. Michael Thomas, no thank you. I mean, we might as well just keep what we got and just let him grow. And at least then we have something to look forward to next year to see how these guys develop. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we end up watching the rest of the season. Maybe you guys don't want me to sim it. I want to sim it, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. So make sure you let me know down below. As for this video, though, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Before you leave, hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not already. I am trying to get myself to 10K, and I'm getting close. Really love to hit that mark, man. That's my next goal. So if you could hit the sub, that'd be great. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.